Yes, Commander?
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were one of the first reinforcements to arrive at Elysium after the Blitz hit. Those raiders were no match for an Alliance frigate. Of course, the only reason the colony was still standing was because of you, Commander. I can't believe you held out as long as you did.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, someone lover. My audio sounds low. I'm still working on the kinks of this thing until audio is one of the things I'm still working out. What I need to do, I need to add I'm getting a mic so I can use that for the stream. I think for right now, just because it's streaming through, the capture card, I think it's picking up just the capture card stuff. So hopefully this is a little bit better. So we have some side quests to kind of go through. Oh, we picked up a whole bunch of them. Okay, we'll pick one at a time and kind of go through those as we play. So let's check in with Joker really quick.
Hey, Commander, next time we touch down, let's try not to park the ship in a colony of mutant zombies. Just thinking out loud here.
Joker's such a smartass.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
Slow down, Joker. I don't think he was coming at you that hard.
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Froelich syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bone.
Good to know.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
Yo, Joker's such a... Joker's such a clown, I swear.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
I need to know more about this Froelich syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the
Yo,
ship.
I can't with Joker.
So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
Hydration information with disease. Oh, we touched on that already.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Yo, Shepard's little I have to go is so abrupt. I saw that if he literally fatigues so fast. Aiden on that side. This is the dock. Yeah, I need to replenish this because I was using it so liberally on Pharaohs. And didn't we tell her to go rest?
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
Because Dr. Chakwas is well, she's the woman, so.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
Damn.
We don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
Okay.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I wouldn't say bully.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did during the Blitz. It was a remarkable display of courage and heroism.
It's crazy how that one initial backstory that you picked in the beginning of the game comes back now. Like almost every time, everyone references that specific instance.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you. To understand what made you into the
Yo,
man
Tupac,
you
what's
are.
up? Good morning.
Something
Welcome to the stream.
compelling about you, Shepard.
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your
Let me switch
connection
by
to
the
the
way.
Protheans had something to
Thought
do
you'd
with
know
my
that.
initial interest.
Thank you
But
for
it
that.
has grown
Why
beyond that.
is it still saying life
You
is strange?
intrigued me, Shepard. But I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between
Hang
you
on,
and
let me
Chief
see.
Williams.
See, that's annoying because that's usually the first thing I update. Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know why. There we go. Even the stream info is saying the same thing. I changed all of this before I even started. I get no respect from Twitch. It's crazy. The go live notification saved, but everything else changed or stayed the same. There we go. Yeah, Twitch just said no. Pretty much. Pretty much. Because that was literally the first thing I changed before I even hit the go live button. So it's so weird that it just switched it back. And let me see. I know there's a way to do that from. Yeah. Okay. So weird.
I care about Ash. A lot.
I thought so. Still, I feel as if there is also some attraction between us, Shepard.
Oh, okay. I was debating on if I should romance Ash or Liara, and she's literally asking me about it already.
You're right. There is something between us.
That's so crazy.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you? We have only
Because
known
Shepard's
each
the
other a
man.
short
What are you
time.
talking about?
We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
These things never make sense. They just happen, and we get swept up in the storm.
You make it sound so chaotic, so dangerous.
I'll keep you safe.
Just,
I am
just,
not looking for
just pour it on.
This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. I need some time.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard.
I'm over here thinking, wait, wow, she's never been in a relationship before, but then she's pretty young.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
From what
We
we
were the first
remember the last
species
time.
to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes.
I never played Mass Effect,
My
but
people
I've seen
believe
that
we are
guy
all
who
part of a
does
single
the
galactic
reviews on
community.
Steam.
Each species contributes
Okay.
something to the greater whole.
It's a really good story to try to get into.
It seems few of them
Literally
seem to
over 3
understand
games, and
us.
you start with choices in the first game that extends all the way to the 3rd game.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
Because the Asari. I always found that weird about the Asari.
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved,
Okay.
but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits onto our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards.
That's so
Others can
weird.
be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
So basically, they mate, and then it's literally
She
they go to
spoke
separate.
of her
So they're separate ways after that.
Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
You can do that. You don't know who.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with
Yeah,
your
but you
own
guys live
kind is
super,
no
super
longer
long.
Common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood.
Gotcha.
No Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face.
It's fun playing this
Great
game
insult to my people.
again.
It is possible Benezia's
It's been so
father
long
was
since
embarrassed
it's
by
like
my
relearning everything about
She
the
may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge
relearning
his
everything about
offspring.
the alien races.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
Do you know who matriarch?
I feel like I'm probing into her whole backstory.
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Venezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species.
Okay, so it kind of goes.
Asari daughters inherit racial.
It goes through the same thing.
It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have.
Maybe she wanted.
Yeah, we're gonna skip that. We literally just went through that.
Particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child
We
reaches
talked about
maturity.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss.
Yeah, Tupac, what is it? Is it like
Instead,
afternoon where
we
you
enjoy
are?
the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Oh, that was a big Little boost. So she's having
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Why am I asking
How
that?
well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission, but he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
How did we not know that before? How do we not know that?
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Well, they know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
They deserve to know what we're up against.
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
Anything I can do?
No, Commander, it'll settle down. It's rough sometimes, but they spike higher than a lot of L3s. Except for you, of course. Besides, I fared a lot better than some after Kinetics was through.
It's crazy. We were literally just talking about that, and here he's
I haven't heard anything about Canadians in a while.
talking about it
they
right now.
quietly disappeared. Broke up into a bunch of little corps after they botched the training on Jump Zero. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
I'm sure Canadians did what they thought was best.
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic.
Oh wow.
And spiraled from there, Commander.
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, it was under the table. The less said, the better. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Ah, that's an empty room. I gotta go downstairs. Everyone else is downstairs now. Ashley's probably gonna be mad. Yeah, man, they gave it some graphical updates, so especially this one because this one was it's about 10 years now.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Steren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some
I love that they
information my
give
people can use for salvage.
each
It
kind of
has to be
crewmate
more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about
their
you?
own little personality, their own little backstory. That makes it.
Member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5
Yeah, man,
people
it's
who
this game. The
devoted
first Mass Effect came out a while ago
for the
because
good of my
2
people.
games came after it.
My father is
Actually, a third if you're counting Andromeda, which is kind of a game they tried to start as a new series. Yeah, it's been out for a while now.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. but it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
Preferential
You must get
treatment.
all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all.
Andromeda is
People
actually
like
for
my
me
father have
hit and miss.
and they're not above using me to get
It's
at him.
good in some points and then bad in some other points. Like, I feel that the story is okay. It was like once you get into it and you sit there and you kind of pay attention to the story, you'll enjoy it. The thing about Andromeda is it throws too much at you. There's too many different little components that you got to go through
My people
and try to
think I
master,
belong to
from
one family,
research and development
there's an
to
unspoken
this
expectation that
which is
I'll
like
live up to
their
my
their
father's
crafting
example.
system.
Everyone
There's
waiting for me
scanning
to
for
learn my
everything.
pilgrimage.
You
Some
scan
people
you
forever
scan
change our lives for the better.
items in the world to get
If I
material
don't,
points and
it's
stuff.
like I failed,
It
and that reflects badly on
gets
both me and my
to be
father.
too much. There's so many weapons in that game, so many configurations for weapons that you can do, so many armor configuration. It gets to be too much. And then there's like little like graphical hiccups. I feel like the writing isn't as great as the original Mass Effect as this one. So
Important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture.
I think that there's
We're a
like
very insular
I
society.
don't know how many worlds I've unlocked so
Events
far.
beyond the
Maybe
Flotilla don't much
six,
matter
five,
to
or
average
maybe
citizens.
6 or so.
Our greatest
And there's
hope
always
is
stuff
that
to do.
one
There's
day
so much stuff to
we'll
do in that
return
game.
to our home
It's like you
world
don't even
and
know where to
drive
start.
around again.
So I'm like, at this point, I'm trying to finish it.
That's not
I just want to do like the loyalty missions
the gap behind the veil.
and then just finish the
Until they're
story.
gone, our exile will continue.
Yeah, because it's such a departure from the original series. It's so different from the original series.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
Oh, okay, so that sounds like her loyalty mission.
See you later.
If anything, I'll probably jump on Andromeda a little bit later. I think we were on the Quarian. No, where were we? I think we were in like the new Chichanka whole world or whatever.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay? Help your people.
I tried to help.
I feel like they didn't. I also feel like they didn't put a lot of effort in your crewmates in terms of their personalities.
What
Like
happened?
in this game, you meet your crewmates and their backstory is so deep and so varied. It's like
We were
you
trying
can't help but love them. And then in Mass Effect 2, it's even better because there's
but the other tribes were
each one of
against
the
us.
crewmates that you have. It's
They followed Jerry,
like their own
one of the
person.
few warlords
And Andromeda, it's
war with the
you
Turians,
you barely even
but he was old.
get to scratch the surface of who they are at all.
He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who.
I mean, granted that their loyalty missions in Andromeda are probably some of the better missions, but
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up. To stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the Genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors.
I love knowing about the other characters.
There to remind
Yep.
us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
It sounds like a trap.
Wait till we get around. Wait till we get to Mass Effect 2 and we start playing their backstories. Like, one of the things for Mass Effect 2 is that you literally get to pick who you kind of unlock first as your crewmate, because you have to kind of build your crew.
Until that day.
And that's one of the ways that you kind of get to see where the character comes from.
He gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
So long,
Okay.
Rex.
See, backstory. Let's go talk to Ashley.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now. One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? T'Soni?
Yo, it's so funny when you have multiple romance options in the game and you start chatting both of them up. It's like they talk.
Liara, why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand
How?
It
How?
goes off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
That's cool.
Do you think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her. Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters.
Can you literally romance anyone in this game?
You didn't come by to eavesdrop on Family Mail.
No, I think it's between Ashley and Liara. I don't think you can romance Tali in this game. But it's only I think you only have those two options. In the next game you have more, and I think it's usually someone on your crew. But I think they kind of branched out to people around you that you interact with on a regular. I know Andromeda is like a whole bunch of people you can just chat up to try to romance. So it's crazy.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close.
Her in Andromeda they kind of broke the mold, because literally I feel like everyone I talk to or that I have a side quest with, you can romance, which is so weird, because you'll just get the option and you weren't even expecting it.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like your father wasn't around much. Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there.
I'm surprised I still see a lot of people playing Biomutant, even though the reviews for it haven't been that great.
Have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone.
So I guess in some places, it has a following.
Cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. This was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now.
So she's religious.
That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Yeah, well, some of the options are so crazy. Keep it to yourself. Are you a fanatic?
Everyone
It's like if you just want to, if you want to be a douche, just be a douche, because that's an option.
Fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez.
Wait, can we romance both Ashley and Liara at the same time?
How can you look at
Liara
the
doesn't matter.
stars
She,
and not believe
I
in
don't think she
someone?
cares because she can literally
I should get back to
be
my
with
duties.
anyone.
Sorry to take up so much of your time.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Gotta admire those colonials. That's about the worst place for a colony I've ever seen. Given the option, I'd get the hell out of Dodge.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Good to know.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Okay, I think Garrus is it, and then we can wait. What is this? How did I not get that before?
Commander, good to see you. You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting
I don't count. I'm
Anything in particular
just literally getting out.
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
So what was it?
Both, actually. But it took us a while to figure that out.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was
Let's
nothing.
turn that up a
No
little bit.
Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
What did you do about
We're not gonna press the Krogan testicle part.
For interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threatened? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off.
Garrus is the bad cop.
During the interview, we offered to patch him up when he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was a big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes, walking, living test tubes.
I see this guy in his VA.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested.
Garrus is one of the more popular Mass Effect characters.
Percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
Nope.
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
can't get them all.
No, but letting him get away like that. All they had to do was disable that.
So at least we know his
Maybe the hostages
what's his
die,
mission.
Maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it.
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is. You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see you.
Garrus is the kind of person who kind of shoots first and then asks questions later. He doesn't really care about the small little details.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Saleon?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Saleon, I want to be there when you find him.
Okay, so there's, yeah, that's his mission. I can buy stuff from him.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
But I literally find enough stuff along the way that I really don't need to buy any kind of equipment from this guy. There's more than enough stuff out there. Alright, let's go check out a few missions. Shoot some things. And then maybe we go to Pharos and do the Pharos mission that's there. Because I think that's the other main mission that we have right now. Okay, let me see if I can do journal. Genesis. Okay, we're not gonna do that. Mooring Sea Cluster. Okay, let's go check that out.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel.
Oh no.
Priority clearance.
I'll take it in the comm room.
Wait, what?
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Sarah.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Did I just talk
We
about
received
that?
an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
I'm listening.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Sarah.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the
I
message
like,
we
can
received
we
was little more than
can we get to
static.
the message?
The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Sarah, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Okay. I should have more Paragon points now. Hang on, where's my... Oh yeah, see yo, I'm halfway to maxing out Paragon, so I should have more good options available to me now. Okay, there shouldn't be anything else. That's the only bad thing about this game is I can't tell where I've been and what I've kind of wait, I thought we did know Barry already. Oh no, because we wanted to know what I've explored already. So it's like I have no idea. I have no way to tell. So I'm literally flying around blind. That's new. Kepler. There's where we're going. And this one. Let's see, why is it making that sound? I forgot we were here. Yeah, there's no way to tell if I've been to a planet and explored. Okay. I can land on that one, so wait. Let's see. I literally have to write down in a notebook somewhere that, oh, I went to this planet. This one seems familiar. This, I feel like I've been to this planet before. Just for the fun of it. Let's take the women I'm trying to romance. I'm trying to get myself in trouble. Okay. Okay. Let's go this way. So you see the size of these maps. Tupac. This is the size of a map in this Mass Effect. In Andromeda, it's literally almost, I'd say maybe 10 times this size. It's huge. To the point where they actually had to put fast travel points on the map itself just so you can get by faster. Or get around faster. Okay, this place is just a whole bunch of hills. Jesus. There's no way I'm going up. Let's try. Yeah, this is too steep to go up. That was a bad choice. I think I put myself in a nice little ravine that I can't get out of now. Hang on, let's see. Nope. I have to go at an angle. Because I'm gonna slide right down. Can't even jump as way too steep. That is. Oh, it's one of these. Ah, this planet has breathable air. Gel. Okay. I'm still missing something. Okay, so that was easy enough. Debris, civilian structure, science facility. Okay, we're going this way. This planet is all hills. Like, how do you build anything? No time for checks. Damn, it's just way too steep. Try not to push it. Get myself a nice little angle and then just rack up. If I can get over this nice little bump right here. There you go. There you go. Turn the right way, or this way. There we go. I see enemies in the map, so something is... Yeah, I'll leave that for later. Something is over here. Husks. Husks with shields?
Heading out.
Alright, let's see what the hell is going on over here. I'm sure everyone has okay, yeah, leave them like that. It's just husks. But why? Why are there so many husks? So weird. Husks are... Got it. I'm gonna have to put my shotgun on. Let's hit you with some lift. You're too close, you're too close, you're too close, you're too close, you're too close. some of these abilities don't really work for these guys. Why are there so many husks?
All targets eliminated.
Alright, let's run around and see what the hell happened in here. Because if husks are here, that means the Geth were here. If the Geth were here, that means there's probably not a lot of people left alive on this little planet. Okay, that's not a door. There's a lot of explosive containers. If it's an easy decrypt, why is it still 15 Omni Gels decrypted? Okay, I'm picking up stronger and stronger weaponry. Aid station. Okay, something is going on here. Alright, let's get back to the car. Why do I only have one grenade? Hang on, I don't think I've... Yeah. Hold on. I don't think I've given Lee our new equipment recently. Lancer, yeah. She has a scimitar. Do I have no? She's already a sniper rifle person, so does she need? She definitely needs a biotic amp. Can trash that one too. Wait, what did I just do? Oh, okay, I'm like, wait, what did I just do? Okay, so she wears light armor too. That seems better. There's too many options, Jesus. There's way too many options in here. I gotta clean this out. I definitely have to clean it out. There we go. Hey, Patian, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I'm going to have to lurk a while. That is perfectly okay. Thank you. Affiliate is literally thanks to you guys because I didn't do any kind of work whatsoever. You guys just showed up. I just play games. So I appreciate all of you guys for all of the support, all the love. We only got to do that because you guys were here, so. The Rose Roulette, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Okay, so let's see. This is gonna nag me. If I don't get this little freaking thing in the distance, it's gonna nag me all day. It's gonna nag all day. I don't know why they didn't just create a like a hover vehicle for traversing around. You know, once since I could make an early stream. Yeah, I think it's only because I only stream early on the weekends since I usually have work during the week. But I'm glad to see you here, sir. Usually during the week I'm streaming at 6 p.m. and I think for you guys that's what, around 11 or midnight. So actually, calm down. There's no target.
That's it. Bag him and tag him.
I was about to see if I get stuck. Did I get stuck in the hole? Alright, so we need to go back that way, but I don't want to go over the steep part of the hill anymore, so. Oh, we're on US Eastern time, so it's 9:30 a.m. here. Mako, you better flip yourself over right now. There we go. Yo, I swear. I can't even get out because it's literally... You're kidding me. There we go. Wait, you are Rose Roulette. Because I know... So wait, where are you? Why did I think you were in the UK? I think it's because I'm used to seeing you on... Sorry, just... Let me just roll out of it. Oh, okay. Gotcha. You're sensitive, right? Why are there so many husks? Alright guys, we're... What the fuck was that? That did not sound like a husk. And why do they have freaking shields all of a sudden? Oh nah, there's a whole bunch of them. There's a whole... Liara, I'm gonna need you to drop that singularity right there, right there. Right there. Yeah, I'm gonna need you guys to just back up a little bit. Just, yeah. Let me just... Ashley, don't run in though. Don't run in front of me like that. That's not Okay. These guys are unbalanced a little bit because there's a lot of them and they're just, well, they're not swarming me, but it's like they're just running at me. And I'm not a fan. Just whoa, 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 whoa. Thank God for the mini-map. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure this out because this. It makes no sense. Like someone's doing something on this planet they're not supposed to be doing. Yes, that you are. That you are. That's why I'm like, oh wait, dude, what time zone are you in? Really, guys? Just finished up. Thank you for the bits, good sir. I appreciate that. That's such a weird sound effect for me because I'm not used to it. So we can clearly assume that everyone on this planet is dead because apparently there's husks everywhere. That means the Get were here. Yeah, my inventory is gonna get full. Yeah, it's taking forever to do all that. Thank you, Rose Roulette. Appreciate that. I was just saying that that's me becoming an affiliate was up thanks to you guys. You guys were here showing all the love and support. So it's not a me thing. It's a we thing. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, let's go back outside now. I think to remember time there for this. That's very true. That is very true, Rose Roulette. It's hard to remember who's where in the world. I've had people come in from like Germany. I've had people come in from so many different places. It's like you're set on one time zone and they're set on a whole entirely different time zone, and you're just trying to keep up. I know there's more. Where are they? Yep, so these are the little husk. Sound like zombies. Wait, did Mass Effect ever create their own horde mode? I know Mass Effect has a multiplayer. Well, 2 and 3 did. I'm surprised they never tried doing like a horde mode or something like that.
All targets eliminated.
Because they have more than enough enemies. Alright, let's see if we can find some answers. Let's see if we can find some answers. What the hell? I hate that it's so quiet. Like there's no music playing. There's nothing. It's just straight silence. So crazy. There's plants here? Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. Yeah, let's try to keep them in one area. Let's try to keep them in one. See, that's what I was worried about. I didn't want them to flank around. I didn't want them to flank around. Let's put this on. We're gonna do lift. Hit him with that. Hit him with overload. Wait, they explode?
Negative contact, Shepard.
What the hell were they doing down here? There we go. Point of interest. We'll go this way first. An empty room. Why is everything a hacking minigame? And what is this? I kindly pioneer team early. Say support on a few dozen scientists, but I know there has a fine service group. Oh, the servers group was here. But why is the point of interest still on the map? That should have changed to something else. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. So this is what Cerberus is doing. I could have sworn I thought this would have been Get, but we're not entirely clear what the motivation for Cerberus is in this game. They were just supposed to be some shadow organization that doesn't show up until the second game. So apparently they were doing a whole lot, but I don't ever remember paying attention to them back when I was playing this. Okay, I think there was one more thing on the map that we could have explored, which was just debris, but I want to leave it alone. Let me see. Head to the Armstrong Nebula Cluster and investigate Get Out 2. That's gonna be our next one, and then we'll probably just go to the next story point. Oh, I can just went back. Return to Normandy. Alright, I definitely need to drop a save the minute we get to the next cluster. See, I didn't explore any of these other ones. Wait, what is this? What is going on? Oh, all of these planets you can survey. Alright, hang on, let me not go there just yet. Let me make sure that's not where... Is that where Garrus wanted me to go? Okay, so that's not where Garrus wanted us to go. Because I didn't want to do Garrus's mission just yet. So let's board. See what's going on here. I'm gonna let's take these two guys. I need to level that up a little bit. Two here. I'll put the last thing to this one, just so I can have it. Oh. Clearly I haven't played with him enough. And I gotta change his armor too. I'm not a big fan of the stasis ability, so I'm not gonna use it. Put up, no, or put up through. Hang on, let me just. Yeah, he needs new armor and weapons. Do I have enough? I don't have enough. I'll just give you a Raptor. Why do you not have any updates on this weapon? Yeah, we'll just leave it at that for now. I know I have a high level scimitar. Oh, I haven't played with him in a while. I really haven't played with him in a while. Medium armor program, but you can wear heavy armor. I just picked up heavy armor. There we go. Garrus can get some updates too. Oh yeah, that definitely can get some updates. And armor. It's crazy the amount of armor I can pick up, and I can literally not find the one I'm looking for because look at this. It's a long list of armor. I can start getting rid of the lower level stuff. Convert all that stuff to. Oh, I dropped the seat. Weapons out. This seems vaguely familiar. I feel like I'm gonna run into a container room and something's gonna pop out at me. Yeah, this is. What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? I was like, I felt like something would pop out at me.
The ship's probably crawling with
Yo!
Don't worry about survivors then.
Freaking came out of nowhere. Garrus literally dead stood there and got hit. Unfreaking believable. Oh damn. Oh damn. The rule shock doesn't really work. Jesus. Like Garrus, that was the stupidest thing. He literally stood there and took all those hits. Why would you do that? Alright guys, cut it out. Get too close for comfort. Come back here, come back here. You're just standing there taking hits. And you have, where is he? You have to, this is I gotta do everything for these guys. Why would you stand there and let him hit you? I swear. Got me wasting my Metagel. I know there's more. I know there's more. I know for a fact there's more. There's always freaking more. Use overload. Neural shock is not really gonna work against these guys. That's right there. Shoot that one. Oh, you have freaking Carnage? Why are you not using Carnage? I swear, I keep these guys around. They do crazy things. There we go. That I was about to say that should be all of them, but when did they start doing that? Like, that's just new. That shit's new. They have shields, and all of a sudden it's like they can use that shield to blow up. That's definitely new. That's right. Use that overload. Use that overload. There we go. Who else is there? Damn. Where are all these husks coming from? And who's creating so many? Let me put back on my assault rifle. I feel like I'm playing a horror game.
According to the log files, the ship was out near the Perseus Veil. Looks like they found some kind of alien artifact. They brought it on board, and then... This doesn't make any sense. They plotted a course straight into the Perseus Veil. Like they wanted the guys to find it.
What else did the logs say?
The entries don't make a lot of sense after that. It's like the captain's mind was falling apart. Doesn't say anything about how the ship got back into human territory.
The Geth turned them into husks and left the ship where someone would find it, trying to show us what happens to organics dumb enough.
According to the... They brought... The entries don't make...
Turned them into husks and left the ship where someone would find it, trying to show us what happens to organics dumb enough to enter the veil.
We'll take that. Comment sensor. I'm gonna have to upgrade my weapons as well because it's getting to be crazy now. Okay, not that way. So they later created a maze of containers that you have to fight your way through. Either was this would have never been, this is not the Geth. They would have not done something like this. This had to have been Cerberus or something. Where was the airlock to get out this way? Yep, return to Normandy. We literally came for one mission and ended up doing something completely different. Usually in every system there's a planet that you can land on to explore.
Looks like we've got an active distress beacon on the planet below, Commander.
Oh lord.
No message, just a locator signal.
See? There's always something. But we're not gonna land there yet. Hang on. Let's survey everything else first. So there's stuff to do on the planets that where you don't have story-related missions. It's just finding it. That's the thing about these missions. Remembering where it is, because if I didn't want to do this, I would have to remember. Okay, where was this planet that we just went to? That we found a signal, because it's not marked anywhere. And this literally looks like the same planet we were just on. Wait, I leveled up? When did I level up? Yeah, I'll take that back. I'll put it into Bastion, and I'll put it into Spectre Training. Oh, I guess I did level up. Talia and her pistols. I'll max out her electronic skill because she's like the go to for that? Tali. Oh yeah, she definitely needs stuff. I'm guessing Katana. Ooh. No, you can get that. You're gonna wear your pistol, so let me check out your pistol a little bit. Hey Rhino, welcome to the stream. How's it going? How is Mass Effect today? Mass Effect is going great today. We're just exploring some of the many planets that they have, so it's keeping us very busy. Okay, so she has that. I'm gonna give her a sniper rifle, even though she will never ever use it. She definitely needs an Omni tool, and I gave all the good ones to the other guys. These games in years. Yes, that is why I am currently enjoying my I don't even know I'll take this as a renewed playthrough. So it's been fun just reliving old memories. Hey Skivvy, welcome to the stream. How's it going? I thank you I appreciate the lurk, sir. I appreciate the lurk. I appreciate you both stopping by. I'm gonna drop a shout out for Skivvy and Rhino. They're both amazing content creators, so let's just do that really quick. Amazing content creators. I love all the little I know for Rhino, whenever I show up in his stream, he has the little notifications that automatically does a shout out, and it literally sounds like the Xbox achievement pop, and I always just love hearing that whenever you go to his stream. It's like one of the coolest things about his streams, like just the little notification that he has. I love it. So if you guys aren't following them, definitely drop them a follow. Check their streams out. Can't wait for the next Mass Effect game. Likewise, Rhino. I think hopefully with June coming up, and I know we're supposed to get E3 this year, we get something, anything Mass Effect related. I think everyone's gonna probably love hearing anything about Mass Effect. I see monsters are enemies over this way, but the map says the point of interest is this way, so hang on, let me see. I don't really feel like climbing a bunch of hills right now. Oh, there's a lot of enemies this way. What's over here? Is it a buff on the other side of the mountain? So from now until the end of June, there'll be a lot of games coming. Yeah, we've already seen that over the past couple of days right now. Just with all like the gameplay reveals and stuff. Horizon had their big little gameplay reveal recently. So it's just more husks. What is with all the husks? They're like everywhere. Wait, can I interact with this? That actually scared me. Get Carter Gaming with the raid. Thank you for the raid, sir. Welcome, raiders. Good morning to you all. Or afternoon, depending on where you guys are. Hi, DigiDestin. Hi, Dantes. You guys are amazing. We're we're here for the Mass Effect hype right now. How are you guys doing this morning? I was not expecting that. You guys. Let's get a shout out for Get Cardi Gaming. You guys are wonderful this morning. And here I was expecting just to have a quiet stream. I wasn't expecting anything to happen. I appreciate that, Rhino. Alright, let's continue to explore. I'm glad to have you guys here. Why are we running into so many husks all of a sudden? They're like everywhere. There's no way Cerberus has been this busy. Yeah, we're just gonna quick hack it. I'm not even trying. I love it. The remaster looks shiny. It's been great getting back into it. Dantes, you might actually really enjoy. Yeah, Get Cardi Gaming. If you've never played it, I'd say get it and invest in it. Get through the first one, and then I promise you're gonna enjoy the second game way better than you did the first, because the second game kind of takes it up a level. So you're definitely gonna enjoy it, trust me. If not for the story, just for the gameplay. Alright, now let's go look at that point of view. Mako. I don't want to drive over all these hills because it's going to take me forever to get to where I got to get to. So let's see if we can just do this a little bit faster. So I can get distracted with. Definitely, there's definitely a lot of side content you can get distracted with. This is not even the main mission I'm playing right now. I'm just exploring one of the many planets that you can land on. I might bet in gameplay mechanics. Yes, that it is. I would have to agree with you there right now. The second game kind of just takes it up to 11, so to speak. Gameplay, the characters that you get to interact with, your squad. Yeah, it literally gets to be. It's one of the best story-driven narrative games that I've played in a long while. And then they added the whole interrupt system where you can just kind of do a quick action during a conversation to try to change the flow of the conversation. So it gets to be really, really fun. I think I put myself in a hole. Wait, I see something at the top of the hill. Is that where I'm going? How in the world am I getting up there? This Mako does not climb steep walls. Oh, there we go. There we go. Just stay down. Just stay down. Stay down. But I like the exploration and stuff in 1 and 2. I would agree with you there, Dantes. 1 is not so, there's not so much in terms of where it gets to be over encumbering, and it feels like you're doing a lot in terms of exploration. 2 add a little bit more because 2 had the whole scanning mechanic, so you're definitely right there. I can't remember how the 3rd game was. I know there's still scanning in the 3rd game. There's a fair bit of side stuff, but not too much, I would say. When's the next Uncharted stream? The next Uncharted stream will be Monday. I think we're probably going to end up finishing the first one in that night too. Because I was looking into it. Uncharted only has, the first game only has about 22 chapters, I think. And I think we're on chapter 11 already. So we're, I think we're about halfway through the first Uncharted. So Monday we're probably just going to finish it off so that we can start Uncharted 2 already. Yeah, these graphics look much nicer than when I played on the PS3. Yeah, they got a big graphical boost. This looks like it was inhabited, but there's no one here. I'm guessing more husks. Yeah, the fact that there's so many, I'm guessing there's more husks. Yep. Come on. Oh wait, these are not husks. Wait, hold on. How did you guys even get here? I killed the you guys shouldn't be alive. That's not what I wanted to do. Put your take back on. You guys shouldn't be alive. Yeah, because I still have the grenade that kills you guys. How the hell did you guys get off planet? Uncharted 2 is the longest. I'm here for it. I am here for it. I feel like I've been doing, for the first Uncharted, I've been doing so much, like running and gunning. And so it's like, they throw so many, mobs of guys at you and enemies. And some of their interactions are just too funny. But yeah, I'm gonna see.
Oh, thank God. See? I told you somebody would come to investigate that signal. My name is Dr. Ross, Chief Exogeny Researcher at this facility.
Oh, she worked at Exogeny, no wonder.
We're almost out of food and water. You got here just in time.
I need to know what's going on. Why is this place crawling with Thorian creepers?
That's my question too.
How do you know about the Thorian?
I know what Exogeny was up to. I saw what they let the Thorian do to those colonists, so I destroyed them.
Our secret's out then. No point in my lying. You already know the worst. The creepers here were created using altered samples from the specimens on Pharos. We discovered a way to turn them into docile, obedient servants.
That doesn't sound like that was working.
A few days ago. Then all the creepers suddenly went
I
berserk.
love your Uncharted streams.
Only a handful was
I appreciate that,
back in the
Dantes.
safety of this room.
Oh, and we're starting Life is Strange 2 on Friday because we finished before the storm yesterday.
What did you expect? You couldn't really believe
So that's gonna be fun as well.
We knew there
I already
were
downloaded all the
risks.
episodes,
We've taken
so
all the necessary precautions. I didn't mean for this to happen. Look, I know what we did here was wrong.
Life is Strange 2 looks like it's gonna be a lot
There's no sense reporting this to the authorities.
in terms of emotional kind of gameplay and experience. It looks like it's gonna be completely different. Like I was looking at one of the images for the last episode. It looks so crazy.
You were in charge of this project. The safety of the staff was your responsibility. They trusted you, and you betrayed that trust.
Be reasonable. I didn't mean for this to happen. Besides, how does it help anyone if I end up in jail? Normally Exogenic would have my back, but it sounds like they're going to have their hands full cleaning up the mess on Pharos. But I've got money. A nice little emergency fund I set up.
Hey, no.
It's yours if you let us go.
It's always, why is it always resort bribery?
The victims here
Really?
deserve justice. I have to take you in.
That's not going to happen. Open fire. Open fire!
Are they crazy? Where is it? I haven't had a chance to use this one yet. Oh, it just knocks him out. That's awesome. That is awesome. Neural shock just knocks them out. Stasis is useless because I don't want to. Stasis just puts them in a hole and I can't hit them or do any damage. That makes no sense to me. That makes no sense to me. Oh, wait. Oh, sweet. There's so much loot around this place. I'm gonna have to sit down and clean out this entire... My entire inventory is flooded with loot. See? They were just doing a whole lot. Yeah, that's a whole lot of stuff I'm picking up. Okay, I think we're done with this little planet really quick, so let's head back now. I'm gonna have to change that grenade around because I doubt whether I'm gonna run into any of those creepers anymore. Let's see, let me try to catch up. Okay. So why does it still show up as a point of interest like I'm missing something? And then there's an anomaly up here. Oh, Dantes, I'm still trying to figure out the whole celebration, affiliate celebration stream. It's most likely going to be tomorrow. I still have to figure some of the little point, the finer details out. What in the world? Oh, I remember these little creatures. I think we're going to get stuck in here because this looks like it's crazy steep to get out of. But I definitely know I need to do a whole lot of shout outs. because I know the guys. I know you, Dantes, and DG Destin are kind of the guys who had a big instrumental part in just getting us started, getting me to affiliate. I don't know yet. I think I might want to do another small little giveaway, but I'm not sure what I'm giving away yet. So I'm probably gonna take the rest of today just to figure it out, and then go from there. Yeah, we're gonna leave that and then go back. So let's go. Give away your soul. I think I've already done that already. And then I'm gonna drop another save because it's a Mass Effect game, so multiple saves are required. I'll come back to that planet. I wasn't even trying to. I think I did this one already. Let's see, Vermeer, and then we did Pharos, Novaria. I know. Yeah, let's go to Novaria. I didn't want to just go straight here just yet, but hey, let's just do it. I know there's so many side stuff to do already, so I'll be fine. I'll be exploring the galaxy all day. And I can't remember what happens on Novaria per se. Something happens, but I can't remember what. I guess to show you this, I haven't played this specific game in so long. Yep, I figured it was the ice planet.
Approach control, this is the SSV Normandy, requesting a vector and a berth.
Normandy, your arrival was not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and tracking you. State your business.
Damn.
Business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy.
They were ready to shoot me down.
Advised, you will be confirming identification on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
What a fun bunch.
Right?
I'll take my next leave here.
Alright, let's get off this ship and see what happens. I could have sworn Novaria was an Asari homeworld. Yeah, we'll take her and we'll take Tali.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I thought someone was gonna meet us. They made it seem like I wasn't welcome here, but... Oh, never mind.
That's far enough.
Calm down.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
I mean, who needs their sewer, really? This is a fair point.
I'm a Spectre. My name is Shepard.
Load of horse crap.
You guys are too funny.
We will need to confirm that. Also, I must advise you that firearms are not permitted on Novaria.
But she has a whole
Sergeant
shotgun.
Sterling, secure their weapons.
Let's all chill out.
It would not be wise to search for the Geth unarmed.
Stand down. Their house, their rules.
I'll be behind you. That armor's in good condition?
Captain Mansour, stand down. We
Sally
confirmed
is
their
too
identity.
funny.
Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre.
Yo, they're real hostile.
Be less confrontational. Parasini-san will meet you upstairs.
Behave yourself.
God, lucky I didn't shoot you.
Get out of here.
Okay, they're all lovely, apparently. Oh, you dead can't do it.
I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Ananias. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
I appreciate your help.
You're welcome. You understand our security chief was only doing her
Was
job.
it Andromeda?
When
Yes,
it
it was
comes to the
Andromeda.
rotation of new weapons, do you have any questions?
Pretty heavy security for such a small.
Andromeda had a lot of other complaints besides just facial expression.
Privacy of our client corporations.
I will probably run that for a little bit later this afternoon. We'll see. It's still pretty early here. And that's one of the games that I want to kind of just wrap up just to see how it ends. Even though I know that it's not continuing, I still want to see where it goes.
I can't have my investigation hampered.
Tread lightly. The board can bury you in litigation.
What were the other complaints? I know people complained about the story for one. I know for me personally, I'm not a big fan of the characters themselves, the side characters that you get. I feel like they don't have any kind of a personality per se.
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? And a sorry matriarch passed through a few days ago.
That's why we're here.
Venezia. She is here?
Can I speak with her?
Venezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
Could you tell me how to get there?
You'll need to ask Administrator Ananias for clearance to leave this port.
Where can I find the administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Left at the top of the elevator.
If you need any help, you can ask me at the administrator's
I've
office.
never played the game, so I was
She is
curious.
here. I can't believe it. I imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my mother.
No, I don't. I trust you, Liara. You may not be military, but you're part of my crew.
Thank you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me.
DigiDestin, I'm ready for the next Last of Us 2 stream, even though I'm probably gonna be lurking because I don't want to spoil myself. But I will most likely be in there. I would not want to have to fight my way through these people at all. There's like way too many little robots and turrets all over the place. It was just like the original game, with worse in every aspect. Yeah, that is true. They did give the locations were huge. Like all the planets that I've landed on so far have so much to do, to the point where they have fast travel just to get around. That's how crazy big the planets are. You get a version of the Mako. I think I forgot the name of it. But you can give it a paint job and all this other pretty cool stuff. It doesn't shoot though. It just it's just to move around with. And that's about it. But I feel like Andromeda could have been so much better, honestly. Much of the first stream, like did you mainly lurk so you didn't spoil yourself? Yeah, I mainly lurk. And for what you were playing, I had seen most of it. I think I dropped out, or I started lurking right around the point of the little snowball fight that they were having. So I think right about that time I started lurking, because I think up to that point I had seen already. So I don't recall seeing or paying attention to anything else after that. I just had it open. I did turn to look over the screen, so I saw you on horseback a few times and stuff like that. But other than that, I wasn't paying attention to the story. I wasn't trying to spoil myself. But I was watching something recently about people not liking the story, or certain people liking the story and certain people not liking it, and the controversy behind it. I didn't even realize there was so much controversy behind the second game. We have a big open world part in the next one day. Okay, so let's explore Novus Valley. What is this green dot right here? Oh, an Elcor.
The manager's warned us about you.
What do you mean warn us about me? I just got here.
This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanshan. Sure, whatever. This is a store, right?
Damn, Shepard.
Of course.
Be nice.
This one apologizes for inconveniencing you.
So, yeah, open world part next. I will definitely check that out. DigiDestined. Let me just buy his license because I know he has a license that I can pick up. Oh, and he has a Metagel update.
This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that news travels fast here. Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy.
Hello, red mushroom. Jellyfish mushroom, yes.
This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you.
Wait, he has a side quest for me?
This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs. You want me to use my status to smuggle for you? That is not inaccurate. I'm supposed to uphold the law, not break it. This one
we're too much of a goody two shoes.
Shall remain open. It truly needs the help. Tell me about the job again. This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it. I'll think about it and get back to you.
Yeah.
This one humbly begs the other to consider its request.
What? We'll consider that later.
Has the other reconsidered this one's plea for aid? Maybe later. Of course. This one apologizes for...
Maybe we'll consider doing his stuff later. I'm not exactly sure what he has to offer, but...
I'm on duty, Spectre. I shouldn't be talking.
Oh wait, doesn't a firefight break out in here? I feel like we get into a fight around here somewhere.
How can I help you?
Nothing right now.
Very well. How can I help you?
So I have to talk to her to open the door? What is that? Oh lord.
How can I help you?
I'd like to speak to Annalise.
1 moment, please. Mr.
I mean, I
Annalise.
have to handle
Yes, what?
my
Commander
change.
Shepard is asking to see you.
Thank you for stopping by, Rhino. I appreciate you being here. These eggs I know of in streams. I know. I think I enjoyed that little fun. The when you first started your stream, DigiDestined, that you were kind of pointing out some of the Easter eggs. That was pretty cool.
You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain refugees from that urban blight called Earth.
Wow, he's... Let me drop another shout out for Rhino.
I'm here as a Spectre, not a human. Keep that in mind.
Believe me, that is foremost in my mind. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the Executive Board.
What is
Business has
it?
come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Are you telling me you have no safety protocols?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you think a for-profit company would take no precautions against loss of life and material?
So Noveria is just about politics?
Politicians.
Oh, no, I don't want to turn him in.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Venezia?
I got so excited just having people in the stream.
Personal escort and some cargo. She's up at
I get that, G. Justin. It's way more fun.
What can you tell me about its cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor.
Excuse me, his what?
Executor. Saren is a major shareholder in Binary Helix. Lady Benezia is authorized to act in his name. She's leading business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
What did you mean by...
Yo, why are they making it so hard for me just to get her?
The
Get
phrase
to
is
her.
self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
Commandos? Odd that you shouldn't mind their presence.
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
Back to my other questions.
Every minute of my time you waste costs the company 12 credits. I will keep a running tally.
So...
Do you do business with Saren?
Yeah.
I believe I explained this already, did I not? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Novaria's backers.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
Yo, he's a jerk.
Mr. Ananias isn't the only one with a pass to leave Hanshan.
Oh, and the plot thickens from the assistant.
You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
So it would seem. I need an alternative.
Talk to Lorik Keen. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Ananias.
He's all the way back there. He's not gonna hear you. So we gotta go to the bar to find someone who can help us get passage to the mountains. So Noveria is just a port apparently, because it looks like it's just this area, and then I guess once we get outside we'll delve into the little story world. Hang on. It's not as big as the Citadel, that's for sure. I can't go that way.
Spectre, right?
Yeah, that's me.
I used to be in military tech. Except for my ego's people, everyone's too corporate here. They just sit around sipping expensive water. So what can I do for you today?
How can I get into the garage?
You need a pass. You can get one from Ananias or the managers, if you can polish enough gizzard.
Maybe you could let me borrow yours?
Sure. If I wanted to lose my job and get sued into the next spiral arm. Security tracks card use.
I have to go.
You need anything, I'll be here.
Okay, I can't go.
Access to the garage is restricted.
Fine, I was just passing by.
Have a good day.
Why does she sound like that? I'll come back to him in a second. I feel like after we go find the Matriarch Venezia, we have to come back this way, and we end up fighting the people in here. If I remember correctly. They have a lot of locked doors in this place, like, holy crap. There are so many locked doors in here. Okay, where does this go? I gotta update my weapon mods. Kick their ass. I wish. Even if I pull out my weapon and start shooting, it's not gonna do anything because it's not gonna hit anyone. Oh, here's the bar.
Excuse me, I need a moment of your time.
Yes.
The male human at the hotel bar? He's a sales rep for Binary Helix. His name is Rafael Vargas. I need you to speak with him.
Do you know who I am?
Everyone here knows who you are, Dullstone. That makes you ideal for my job. You are a known quantity, or so Vargas will think. He will assume you are here to investigate his company's dirty laundry. That will distract him from my real intentions.
I don't know anything about Binary Helix. What would I talk to Vargas about?
Yoshi.
I represent the Aramali City Council on Thessia. Our town is known for its biotic amp crafters.
What is your city's interest in Binary Helix? They do not manufacture.
I just love Liara.
Much of BH's work relates to biotics.
She's so innocent.
There are rumors that the Novaria branch has flown in Asari biotics. Powerful ones. Commandos, to be specific. We want to assess any potential risk to Asari copyrights. You will present yourself as a buyer, on behalf of the Spectres or the Alliance. Discuss their military enhancement programs. Your real objective will be to distract him. I will give you a device that will crack into his personal wireless network. It will upload a variety of monitoring viruses. They will infiltrate Binary Helix when he logs onto their intranet.
You think this uniform's just for show? My job is to enforce the law, not break it.
Do you think that Binary Helix obeys all the laws? That they do not spy on other companies?
What they might be doing somewhere else doesn't justify my acting against them here.
Very well, Spectre. I will be on my way.
Huh. I could have sworn that would have went a different way. But I got Paragon points for not doing it, so that's good. Leverages in these apart from two where she decided to not be a pain. Right, I think I'm actually leaning towards her being my love interest in this one too. I was thinking about Ashley, but I was like, Ashley seems like the best choice, but yeah, no, let's go with Liara.
What can I do for you?
Are you Lorik King? I've heard you might be able to help.
You are the Spectre that just arrived, are you not? What can old Turian like me possibly help you with?
I'm trying to find a way into the garage. I have places to go.
You need a pass. How fortuitous. I'm the manager of the local Synthetic Insights office, for the moment at least. Mr. Analeas closed my office. He claims to be investigating reports of my corruption. The administrator is an interesting man. He's become quite wealthy since he took direct control of rents.
I sense a connection there.
Indeed. I acquired evidence of Analeas' actions. His hired goons are ransacking my office to find it.
Oh.
I suspect your goal lies outside this port. Mr. Anoleus would be disinclined to let you wander. If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass, as well as a sum of credits.
You have a plan?
I do. However, there is one other... What is that charming human expression?
Flying lotion.
Lotion? Violence against Mr. Anoleus' thugs may be necessary. He has members of Hanshan's security team searching my offices. He's paying them under the table. Miss Matsuo is unaware of their outside employment.
Of course.
I'll focus on trying to get your evidence. If I'm lucky, I won't have to fight anyone.
Excellent. Here is my pass into our offices. It will activate the elevator. The evidence is on my office computer. This OSD contains an encryption key to access it. Slide it into the drive and it will auto-execute. Oh, and do try to keep bloodstains off the carpets, would you?
Right, because that's more important. Wait, there's a hotel in here too? Let's see what's up these stairs right here.
I'm sorry. The hotel is off limits to...
Oh, so that's the hotel.
Don't hang up. Elder brother, it's me.
So charming. I have no idea why I just did that, but hey. Right there, that's side. Okay, did you, Destin? Guys, I appreciate the continued support. I appreciate the lurks. The funny comments, the bits. You guys are an amazing community, and it goes without saying. So far on Novaria, we've run into a whole lot of scheming, apparently. Where the hell are these offices? Why is this here? Okay, so it's inside. We're going to the insights, which is down below. Wait. Is that right way? Oh, that was the first door we ran past. And the garage, yeah, this one. Okay, let's see.
Freeze! Hanshan security. This office is sealed.
Lord Keene gave me a pass in.
Keene? Are you working for him? He's under investigation.
Anoleus is paying you to shake this place down. Does Captain Matsuo know you're here?
Hey, I'm not the one who wants Keene. Anoleus has a Varan up his ass about this guy. How about this? You pretend you didn't see us, we'll pretend we didn't see you.
Didn't she just leave? Okay, didn't she just say I will pretend I didn't. What sense does that make? That made no sense at all, but hey, whatever. It's a firefight you want, it's a firefight you're gonna get. I'm gonna leave those two to do their thing while I explore. It says I'm right on top of it, but I guess it's below me. Or take all of that good stuff. Oh, that's a nice combo. That is a very nice combo. Hit him with a lift. Well, lift is already a move that disables you, so you don't need to do anything once you hit him with lift. What the f— I said, what the hell with— that was not there before. That's right, hit him with the sabotage and overload. Alright, here we go. That seems about right. Yep. I knew that was coming. I have way too much crap on me. Yeah, I have too much stuff. Like, I'm carrying way too much equipment. I think I have to get rid of up to 5 now. And let's just trash all of this. I can't even sell it because I don't have a shop next to me anywhere. Like, this is a lot of stuff. Like, holy crap. Okay, we're just gonna convert all of that. Wait, where did it go? Did this game just glitch? There we go. Perfect. That should clear up my inventory a little bit. You level up, Yara? When did you level up? Okay. I want to play with the pistol a little bit more. Why did she show up? Hang on, let me drop a save. Wait. For 6.
I don't think you're supposed to be in here, Shepard.
You have me at a disadvantage, miss.
Oh, now you're gonna show some respect? I'm Sergeant Kyra Sterling, Ilanis Risk Control Services.
Ananias would throw you off-world for what you did here. I won't. You know what we did to cop killers on my world?
You are here off-duty breaking the law for bribe money. You expect us to feel bad for stopping you?
Right.
I didn't want to fight them. They fired first.
The two-sidedness of this. First and foremost, someone's getting hit with the neuroshock, and then someone's going to get hit with this. Why did he just run at me like that? There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Put him on his ass. Oh wait, is that Cryorons I'm firing with? It is Cryorons. I didn't realize I had Cryorons on this gun. How? Oh, Cryorons are a beast. Wait, where is he? Nice work. Ah, crackers. Okay, now we have to go back to the guy at the bar.
Commander, there have been reports of noise from the Synthetic Insights office. Would you know anything about it?
Probably Analysis' thugs ripping the place apart.
Smartass, huh? That's fine. I can work with that. Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Keen. I'll be waiting.
Okay, what's going on now? Why does she want to meet all of a sudden? Oh, is she trying to make a? I think does she do a power play? I think that's what she does. Keen is so Analysis is so corrupted that she wants to take over from him. I'm fine with it. I like her better anyways. I know he's sitting over there. Where is she at? Oh, she's right here. Talk to me. Tell me what you want.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parsini.
Oh, she's from Internal Affairs.
Why is an Internal Affairs agent here?
The executive board knows about Analysis' corruption. I've been undercover for 6 months. I want you to convince Keen to testify before the board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
I need Keen's garage pass to complete my mission.
You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
In the long run, it is better to remove the source of the problem.
This is true.
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
Alright, I'll talk to Keen and see if I can convince him.
Thank you. You know where I work. Come talk to me once you know if he'll play ball.
That was unexpected. So she just wants him to testify.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to look into?
I finished the job, but an Internal Affairs investigator contacted me. She wants you to testify against Analysis.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how I use it. I have no interest in a public spectacle.
Everyone on this station is chafing under Analysis' extortion.
Right.
You might end up a hero.
My employers rely on the goodwill of the executive board to work here.
The board was already investigating Analysis. They're concerned about the worm in their own fruit.
All right. It is obvious that I cannot dissuade you. Very well. I will testify.
Ooh,
Make
24.
whatever arrangements you need with your contact. I will wait here.
Okay. That was a big boost in Paragon points. Because we like to be good. We're goody goody. Alright, now we gotta go see her to convey that he's interested. And then we'll probably, before we head out, we're probably gonna call it a day and the stream. But I just want to get this part done first. Were there guards there before?
Spectre, have you given any more consideration to my offer?
It took some persuasion, but Keen has agreed to testify.
I swear, when you have enough, Paragon points or Renegade points, it makes some of the dialogue options so much easier.
Doesn't this help you? You don't seem particularly happy.
I'm ecstatic, but right now, I just feel like a long day of work is ending. While you were working on Keen, I got you a garage pass. Be careful up there. I have an arrest to make. Wish I had time to change into something easy to move in. I hate skirts.
This is an outrage. I'll see that you never work in this sector again.
Yeah, get a move on.
You, Shepard! I demand you place this bitch under arrest.
You have the right to remain silent. I wish to God you'd exercise it. See you
I
around
like
the
that.
galaxy, Commander. I owe you a beer.
Gianni person. Are we gonna see her again? I wonder. Okay, now we can go to the garage and use the garage pass to get out into Novaria so we can go to the peaks. But before that, we are going to save. As we're gonna come to the end of our wonderful stream. Let me see who's online that we can raid really quick. Let me see, because I have not been paying attention to who came online this morning. It's still pretty early, so Tupac is online. He is. That he is playing Borderlands. Why not? Let's go raid Tupac. Let's say Tupac, but make sure I'm getting that right. Alright guys, I appreciate you so much for coming by, spending some time with me this morning. This has been your humble host. I appreciate everything, the raids, the bits, the lurks. This is Silent Narrator. I will see you guys on the next chapter. You guys have a great day. Until next time, peace.